Hello everyone, this is Gary D. Tonicourt from morethanasnapshot.com. Today I wanted to talk to you about Luminar 3.02, which is their first update of 2019 to their new Luminar 3 software. They have a roadmap set up for continued updates, and this just happens to be the first one. Nothing, earth-shattering, but there are some good improvements, some things that needed to be done to make it a little more competitive with other programs like Lightroom. First of all, they said they've improved, obviously, performance. That's a typical thing for most programs to start with. They're claiming faster launch time. I didn't really notice a faster launch time so far, but that's milliseconds. It's something that would be very hard to detect in most cases. Faster importing of photos. I will try to import a folder of photos after, and we'll see if that seems to be pretty fast. And of course, they're claiming better stability, and that remains to be seen through use of the program. It's the first day that I install it in my computer. Of course, they're adding new camera support for a bunch of new cameras, and they're adding 5 new languages, which are Chinese, Korean, Portuguese, Russian, and Italian. So some fairly standard updates there, but now they've added some other things to, specifically this library area that could be useful and important. Right now I'm going to show you just the updates to Windows, but they have made some slightly different updates to the Mac version, but I don't have a Mac, so you're going to see the Windows updates. First of all, they have added a little more ability to work with folders. So if I right click on a folder, you can see here we have some new things like create a new subfolder. So if I click create a new subfolder here, you see that I can call it whatever I want. And this creates the folder also in Windows Explorer. So everything you do here is going to be mirrored in Windows Explorer. Also, we can delete folders. So I remember I had recently deleted the saved picture folder. So it's still showing up here as a folder that's not found. So if I right click on it and then delete forever, it asks me if I really want to delete that, and I say yes. And now, of course, it deletes it. That's handy. Also, you can right click and find folders. So if it's not finding this folder, I can go to Show and Explore, and I can go and look for that folder in my Windows Explorer. So there is a way to find offline folders. They've added two new buttons to the top, so you can switch between the gallery and single view. Right now, we're in gallery view, and here is the button for gallery view. If I click this single button on the side, that is the button for single view. And so it makes it quick to go back and forth between the two views with that new button. And also they've added shortcut keys to do a lot of the typical things that you might do in any program. And of course, just like any other program, you can click on the menu and it tells you what the shortcut keys are. So for example, undo is Control Z. So the shortcut keys should make some functions a little bit faster. So let's just do a quick image import and we'll see how that works. So I'm going to go to add folder, and I'll find a folder, hopefully one that I haven't imported already. I'll just take the first folder that's here. Okay, it's creating an image gallery. I don't remember. I think there are quite a few photos in this folder. So we'll see if that takes long. Looks like there's going to be maybe 104 photos, and they're already starting to come in. Some are coming in and others are lagging behind. But these are raw 30 megapixel or 30 megabyte files. And the ones that are in are almost ready to be used. works okay, but I'm not seeing blazing speed. I'm just giving it a minute here. I have a very fast computer, so that's not the bottleneck. Here they come. I don't think any of their speed improvements were anything to write home about, but I do think the improvements they're making to this library module is heading in the right direction, and it's going to make the overall experience much better. Now let's take a look while this is finishing here. It's still not quite done. Like I said, there's 104 photos here. Let's see what they have listed for the Mac users. So they're going to have something where you have more control over your preferences. I think this is a big one. Improved handoffs when working with RAW files. And one that I think is also really big is it's going to have better integration with Aurora HDR. So it'd be nice to be able to send a program, to send a photo back and forth between Luminar and Aurora, kind of like what you can do with Lightroom and Photoshop. So it looks like they're adding that to the Mac version. So it probably won't be long before they start adding that to the Windows version. Of course, they're adding the improvements to folders, which they've done in Windows. Same languages. So it looks like mostly everything is the same on the Mac side, except for maybe the ability to work with Aurora HDR. And I think that is a big addition. Alright, let's come back and see if anything else is going on here. Alright, it looks like it's done importing the, looks like the photos are ready to use. So, I would say that is probably a little bit faster than Lightroom, but still not blazing speed. They still have a way to go. Here you can see it takes a second for the photo to get really sharp. But that's not too bad. See if we zoom in. Well, that's nice and quick. It zoomed in and it got clear, pretty fast. Yeah, so the speed when zooming seems to be pretty good. And that's it. That is the update to Luminar 3.02. And again, like I said, they are going to continue to make these improvements. And I think overall, Luminar is a very functional, very useful, helpful image editing program. Especially for beginners, it's very simple to use and it's pretty powerful. So I suggest that you check the link in the description and give it a try for yourself. Again, this has been Gary D. Tonicourt from morethanasnapshot.com.